Oh my god, I look like a fucking villain. What is this lighting? Hold on. Alright, that's a little better. I look like I was about to tell a ghost story. um, so, I just finished watching Plus One, just a rom-com. Um, but I really enjoyed it. And so, I don't know, I got super introspective because it's 1:30 in the morning. And I love coming on camera at 1:30. Oh, my mic's over here. I love coming on camera at 1:30 because could you hear anything I was just saying with the mic on? I love coming on the camera at 1:30 because I'm tired. Because it's when you get into really introspective, thought-provoking shit. I was just laying in bed in the dark and it was, yeah, very thought-provoking. I sound like a philosopher right now, but in my head I was just one, and it's not coming out well at the moment. But give me a second. Anyway, so what was I thinking about? Um, Life, man. Life's crazy, isn't it? Actually, though, isn't life actually crazy? Like, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about love and like I don't know, thinking about my last relationship and how I fucked that up and stuff. And it's you get like the flashbacks of what you had and stuff, and living in the past for a second, and then you accept it and like okay, it's good to move forward, kind of a thing. Um, it's like so convoluted. You can make it so convoluted as you want, and in the reality, it's just simple. It's like um, fucked up, and you gotta keep walking. You can't you can't stay in the hole that you dug yourself. Right? At some point, you gotta come out of it. And yeah, so just kind of those thoughts. And I was thinking like um, how strange life is. Aside from relationship stuff, just in general, how strange life is. And I was thinking like about my pierced ears, and that like I was like, why did I get these for a second? I was like, why are my ears pierced right now? I pierced them like a month ago, 2 months ago, almost 2 months ago now. I've had them in for a while actually. Yeah, almost 2 months. And it's like, man, like I was like, why did I get these pierced? I was like, did I want to get those pierced for a long time to warrant getting them pierced? I'm like, no, I didn't. It was kind of a whim. I'm like, wait, that's what the movie was about, and that's what life's about. Life is about living and acting on whims, and having the best time following them, right? And I love that I had these. I fucking love my piercings, even though like for a second they were stupid to me. Like what? I was like, oh, why the fuck are these in my ears? I was like sleeping on it for a second or laying on my pillow, and it like I could felt it like it was irritable for a second. I was like, wow, why the fuck do I have these in my ears? And it's just that. It's just that simple. It's just because in that moment in time I really wanted to get them, and then I went and got them. That fucking second, I was literally driving. I was literally driving close to. I mean, there's hella piercing places. There's a lot of piercing places. I don't want to say hella in my philosophical speech, but there's a lot of piercing places. I was driving. I don't know what I was doing. I was driving aimlessly, you know, looking for purpose, as I've been doing these past 4 months, 5 months, or whatever. And one day I was driving around looking for something to do. I don't know, going to get food or something maybe, or just listening to music. And I was like, yeah, I want to get my fucking ears pierced. And in that second, I went and got them. I literally drove and just got them. And I was in and out in legit like in the shop. I was in the shop for like legit 5 minutes, signing the waiver to going back into the chair, popping them in, talking about aftercare, leaving. Legit 5 minutes. It was so fucking fast. Fastest $100 I've ever spent, not including a roulette table. And that was just crazy. Like how cool of a whim that was. And I fucking love them. I love them so much. Uh and that again, dude, that's just what life's about. It's just acting on whims and uh and diving into them, you know? It's getting on the diving board and it's actually jumping. It's not just sitting there, you know, bobbing up and down for years. It's diving head first into the pool that is life, you know? And I just thought that was so fucking cool. And like, it's a kind of a simple thing and an obvious realization. But it's kind of like, you know, when it's 1:30 in the morning, you watch a fun movie, get you thinking about life. You're in this like whirlpool of thoughts for a while, and then all of a sudden you're hit with this realization. Boom! Jump off that diving board head first, baby. Go get your ears pierced, right? Like, glad I did that shit. And it's like, oh yeah, I've already knew that, but it's like, but like I don't know, it hits differently when you're like, when that whirlpool happens first, and like, it resonates with you differently, stays with you differently, and you know, it's like that. And I don't know, I love that feeling. I wanted to come on here and share that. And that hits me so that sentiment hits me really hard because I am the person to be, you know, I was bobbing in life for a while on the diving board, not jumping, you know, not diving, just sitting there doing jack shit, you know. And then I would walk off into the shallows or something. I'd walk around, you know, I'd get off the diving board, walk to the steps where the shallow is, and go waist deep, you know, like that bullshit, you know. And I'd be in the wrong pool, or like I'd be in a pool I didn't want to be in. I guess I don't know. There's no like right pool. Like I'm talking about interests and following them diving in headfirst into interest and into passion and stuff. And I would go like, you know, test the water, and do that bullshit instead of just like feeling it and like getting in there and submerging in it, you know, which is so much fucking cooler. And and finally, right, so many videos I made about this. Finally, I'm submerging now in interests I like, which feels so much cooler. Take it from someone who's done both. Don't do the bobbing. Don't go waist deep. Fucking dive head first, and make it into something that dive into something that you love, you know, into that person, into that interest, that hobby, that passion, that lifestyle, that job, that whatever, you know, get in there and sink, you know, sink in it. And in the movie, what hit me in the movie is that the main character had fucked up. And this is funny, like this is like a cheesy rom-com, but relax, okay, it still has a good message. The main character fucked up, was getting some words of wisdom thrown at him to his friend, told him he's a shitty person, he's a shitty guy in the ice cream shop who tastes all the flavors before picking one because no one likes that guy. And that's true, who does like that guy? And I was that person for a long time too, you know, trying shit, being so hesitant about diving into things because they were too serious or whatever. Like if it was too big of a thing, like, you know, it was harder to jump off the diving board. It's kind of like if it was a serious situation, like with love or with a career, or I don't know, I'm trying to name like serious things, but love's a big one. It builds that diving board higher, where it's like, you know, you're 40 feet off the ground, 50, 60, it gets harder to jump, whatever. But it's all in your head. It's like, it's actually getting closer to the water, and it's easier. Or like, the dive's even cooler, you know, because you jump higher, then you sink deeper, right? It's a whole perspective change on how cool it actually is. And yeah, I was tasting the flavors of the ice cream. I was wading waist deep. I was like getting my knees wet. And I can't stress enough how horrible of a feeling that is later when you realize how bad it is. And you know, and how I can't stress enough how so much better. The opposite is. And it's really sad. It's really sad to not have had that before, right? And it's really sad to have this after the fact. And how much that sucks. I can't begin to explain. But at the same time, of course, it is also very cool and exciting. And what I'm trying to get at here is what I already said, is dive off the diving board, chase the whims of life, go do fun things that you want to do, and dive with the person you want to be with, because that there's no feeling like it.